Hi, this is Tim here, and today I'll be giving you a review for Batman issue number 16. Issue number 16 is the second to last issue of Death of the Family, and may I say it is amazing. The issue picks up where issue 15 left off. Batman enters his true kingdom, Arkham Asylum, where inside he sees the twisted darkness of the Joker's mind. Batman sees guards dressed up as Batman and the Joker being forced to dance inside their cells. Batman talks to himself about breaking through the cages to free the guards, who have been dancing for days, but the slightest tap of the cage will blow them all up. As the Joker talks to Batman through a speaker in the asylum, Batman throws an EMP pulse in all the cages, and the Joker laughs and says how that won't work, but as the Joker is about to blow up the guards, Batman's EMP pulse actually did a different job and stopped the fuse from blowing up everyone up. The Joker responds saying, "Ah, now that's the bats I remember." Now Batman is traveling through Arkham to try to find out where the Joker is hiding. As Batman opens the door to the basement, a flaming horse charges at Batman and runs out the door. As Batman keeps on walking, he seems to get surrounded by a dozen of inmates trapped in their minds by the Joker's gas. The Joker says that he has given the inmates their armor and swords, and now they will burn to make him stronger. The inmates charge Batman, and he is forced to knock all of them out to keep on fighting the Joker. After Batman is done fighting the inmates, the Joker replies saying, "Bravo, Bats. I'll admit, I'm impressed." As Batman walks into the next room, he looks up and sees a picture hanging from the ceiling. The Joker says it is a tribute to Batman. He made it with a little help from the doll maker. The picture is made out of guts and organs from people's bodies. The picture shows three things. One of them is a man holding a rope around a bunch of fish. The second is Batman with his cowl wrapped over his head. Lastly is Batman holding Robin in his hands, and Robin is dead in the picture. Batman keeps telling himself not to think about it as he walks down a spiral staircase. When Batman is walking down the stairs, he bumps into three villains. First is Mr. Freeze. Batman just dodges the freeze blast and puts an object on his suit which makes him unable to move. Next is Clayface. All Batman does here is shoot an electric shock into his mouth. Lastly, Joker meets Scarecrow. Batman is really pissed off now, so he just bashes his head against the wall, and the Scarecrow falls to the ground. Now Batman has found the final door to meet the Joker once again. As he blows up the door to walk in, Batman sees 7 people, not including the Joker. To the left is Penguin, the Riddler, and Two-Face. To the right are 4 people dressed in a Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Superman, and Aquaman costumes. In between them is a red carpet leading up to the throne for Batman. Standing next to the throne is the Joker. Lastly, there's a tool jammed into the ground that will kill you if you touch it. The Joker goes on to explain, "Your man of cloth, Mr. Cobblepot, Sir Edward, your strategist, your judge, the Honorable Mr. Dent, and I, your faithful court jester, we could have served the king or queen, for example, the king of Metropolis." As the Joker finished saying this, the fake Superman is forced to walk up to the killing tool and commit suicide. Next, the Joker says, "How about the Amazon?" Batman replies screaming no, and charges the Joker while throwing a batarang at the wire to break the killing weapon. The batarang does break the weapon, but the Joker throws the bars down before Batman has a chance to attack. The Joker tells Batman to look at a screen to his right, and Batman sees Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Robin, Red Hood, and Robin all knocked out and lying on the ground. Just by looking at the screen, Batman is speechless and doesn't know what to say. So the Joker explains saying, "Be as fast as smart as you want, but as long as they live, you'll always lose. Now that leaves you with only one thing left to do, and that is to accept your true role, to embrace it, and in doing so, to take your rightful place on your throne." Batman walks up to an electric chair set out for him outside the cell, and the Joker's last words are, "See you on the flip side, old friend." And Batman is shocked so hard blood comes pouring from his nose and pus comes coming out of his mouth. That's the end, folks. And now here's the afterstory. The afterstory is called Judgment. It starts out with the Penguin, Riddler, and Two-Face looking at Batman lying on his throne. They are wondering if he should just end it all now and shoot Batman with Two-Face's gun, but before Two-Face has a chance to shoot Batman, the Joker walks in and says that that's not how this game works. He then goes on to tell them how to run off to the streets and give the Joker his privacy with Batman and his family. But Two-Face complains, saying that he can't do that, and how they will end Batman now. So the Joker presses his button and locks the cage, with Riddler, the Penguin, and Two-Face locked inside. As he does, the Riddler faints in the cell because the Joker put tranquilizers in his suit. So as the Joker is walking away, Two-Face puts a gun up to Joker and says, "You're not going anywhere." So the Joker goes all psycho on Two-Face and tells him how he's just a laughingstock and how everyone hates him. He begins to say if he shoots him, the gun could be raised and he could shoot backwards and kill himself. So knowing the Joker, Two-Face lowers the gun while the Joker laughs. Lastly, the Penguin talks to Joker saying he will give him millions if he is set free. But the Joker sticks to the plan, pulls out the main course for his little bat dinner. He shows it to Two-Face and Penguin, and they both have a terrible look on their face. The comic ends with the Joker laying the dish on Batman and saying, "Time for dinner." That is the end of Batman issue number 16. Now I will explain how I think the comic will end in the next issue, and about what happened in the comic so far. So far, Batman is passed out on an electric chair, with the crawl wrapped over his head, and a dish lying on him. We don't know what's inside the dish, but I'm guessing it could be some sort of, maybe a dead bat, or maybe even Robin's head. You never know. Now, who will die in Death of the Family? Who will live? What will happen after everything's over? I will explain that right now. To be honest, I think 2 people are going to die in the death of the family. Damian Wayne and Alfred. I think Damian Wayne's gonna die because, so far, there's lots of hints getting popped up around the comic explaining this. One of them is, Damian getting held by, Batman's hands in the picture that was in, issue number 16. And the other one is, if you go to DC Comics website and look at issues number 17, 18, and 19, their descriptions are all, they're not explained. They just have one sentences saying, you had to watch this, you had to read this, you have to explain. There's never even used the word Damian in the description. So, what will happen after everything? I mean, yes, all the Death of the Family people will be scared out of their minds because, Damian died and Alfred, but Batman will be the most hurt. So I'm really excited to see issue 17. Now I think it's going to play out as Joker's going to move Batman to a different room with a long table, and Batman's going to be sitting on one side with the Joker on the other. And I would say that the whole Batman family will be lying on the table, like not on the table, sitting next to the table, and Batman wakes up and they're all trapped to the chairs, and then the comic rolls on to the killing of Alfred and Damian. Now, that's all for my review for Batman issue number 16, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time for my next comic book review.